Alright, I hope this is working. I, I think it is. Let's get into it. The first question is, how comfortable did you feel in Maya this month compared to last month? I felt much more comfortable in Maya this month uh, compared to last month. I feel like once I, anyway, got the hang of moving stuff around and knowing where everything was, I guess, everything else was pretty easy to learn after that. The second one is, what are your favorite things you've learned? Well, my favorite thing was definitely creating my own textures. I thought that was super fun because you really just have the creative freedom to do whatever you want. And I'm realizing more into the actual like design and art aspect of the whole thing rather than the, complicated stuff. I don't know. The next one is, which part was the most challenging and why? Well, it was my favorite, but having to go back and forth to test out different materials and edit them in Photoshop and then you know, save them and put them into Maya, it wasn't complicated or challenging really. It was just time consuming, I think. Uh, which projects are you proud of? All right. I really like the last one that we did. I think I kind of succeeded um at going for the vibe that I was going for, which is kind of like dark, vampire-y, whatever. I don't know. I also liked the car one. I wasn't as happy with this one as I wanted to be. I could have done a lot more, but this was my Kill Bill themed car, and that was pretty cool too. Are there any tools or tricks you liked and used within Maya's interface? um, okay, one thing that I thought was really cool and very, uh, I don't know, simplified is putting the material in through this little guy instead of going through the hypershade because the hypershade is extremely confusing to me. I look at that. It's unorganized, I know, because I tried to avoid it at all costs, so I just never came in here. Uh, but yeah, that's definitely going into that thing and putting it in there was so good. The next one. How do you think a knowledge of materials and texturing will help you in future classes? I think it will help me a lot because materials and textures are what make things look realistic. And if I didn't know how to do that, then the modeling and whatever else wouldn't even be necessary because the final product wouldn't look good without materials and textures. Um, is there anything you found interesting from learning about reflection, transmission, and emission surfaces? I think the transmission was really cool. Okay, well, I wasn't educated on anything that has to do with the topic. I just never thought about it, and the transmission was really cool. It was cool to see how light transmits through an object and onto something else. That was interesting. How comfortable did you feel in Nuke and Unity this month compared to last month? I felt 1,000 times more comfortable in both of them. Um, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what changed. I just wasn't overwhelmed at all. I just felt like I knew what I was doing, which is a good feeling to have. Let me tell you. And the last one. I hope I didn't skip any. I don't think I did. The last one is, what future classes, softwares, and topics are you the most excited to learn about? Um, future classes are definitely, well, okay, I'm excited for all of them. It's hard to pick, but I'm most excited about digital sculpting, digital painting 2, environment and character design are my, like, what I just can't wait to start. And then to go along with that, I am very excited to learn how to use ZBrush because I like sculpting in real life, so I just think that sculpting digitally is going to be so cool. All right, that's all. That's all I have for you. I hope I did everything right. We'll see.